Toyota reveals their brand new race car, the Camry XSE, that will compete in the 2024 Cup Series season, and it is causing some controversy among NASCAR fans over its design, but we're going to save that for the end of the video. If you want to skip to that, there'll be timestamps located at the description of this video. We got some other stories to talk about, so let's not waste any time and jump right into it. The first we're going to talk about is NASCAR and the ongoing media rights that are scheduled to happen in 2025. 2024 will be the final year of the current contract deal with Fox and NBC that began back in 2015. Now, we do know this. For 2025, Fox and NBC will be part of NASCAR in some capacity. Although there hasn't been an official announcement, it's basically been a handshake deal that they will renew their rights to air NASCAR races. The big focal point, the big question mark is the middle portion of the season. The streaming package. Now, originally NASCAR wanted to give out 6 races to an all-exclusive streaming company. Amazon seemed to be a front runner. Well, now, according to the Sports Business Journal, NASCAR is expanding that from 6 to now 10 races on streaming. And it looks like now there may be 2 companies that are trying to get those races, Amazon and Turner Sports. It's been said that it is possible that those 2 companies could split the races. So Amazon and Turner Sports will each get 5 apiece. Now, Amazon obviously will be airing on Prime. Turner could either be HBO Max or Bleacher Report Live, one of those 2. However, NASCAR is hoping that one of those companies gets the full 10 races instead of splitting it to each by 5. First off, Turner Sports, somehow they're back in NASCAR. Somehow they want to get back in NASCAR, but it is interesting the approach that NASCAR is taking this. Let's first talk about this from a broad perspective, the full schedule in general. If, let's say, 10 races for streaming, how many races would Fox get and how many races would NBC get? Considering that we're going to stay at 36 races, well, would Fox and NBC each get 13 races apiece? Because 10 races on streaming, that makes, all right, now we got 26 races left in the entire schedule. If that is the case, 13 for Fox and 13 for NBC, how many are going to be on cable? Because cable is still going to be a part of this deal. I would be shocked if cable is not part of the deal. I still think FS1 and the USA Network are going to have some races. If that's the case, how many? Is this going to be a cable heavy, streaming heavy deal? Or is this going to be maybe 2 races on cable and the other 11 on network television? How is that going to transpire in terms of how many races are going to get put on network television compared to on cable? Another issue that I want to talk about is the payment. Not so much the payment that NASCAR will be getting, but the payment for the customers. Now, if this is the case, let's say, hypothetically, Amazon and Turner/BR Live, whatever, they get the rights. They each get to air 5 races. Well, then that means that NASCAR fans will have to pay numerous avenues in order to get all of the races. Granted, a lot of them are illegally pirating it, but anyways, I digress. But you have to now pay for cable, pay for Amazon Prime, as well as pay for BR Live or for HBO Max. What I fear is that, I didn't even think about this, what about maybe also even Peacock? Could NBC maybe try to implement, instead of maybe going the USA Network, they have a couple races air on the Peacock streaming platform? If that's the case, now we're now opening up another whole bag of worms. I understand what NASCAR is trying to do. You air it, it's like what they did with the CW. Air out to as many different networks as you can to get the most amount of money. Makes sense. What I fear is that we may force fans of the sport, which, let's be honest, majority of NASCAR fans, they come from a low income household, paying more and more money per month to be able to watch all the NASCAR races. I understand that a lot of the younger fan base, younger fans in general, they're now going towards streaming. It makes sense. I do not blame NASCAR at all for getting ahead of the curve. Do not blame them at all. But I think it just wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be a good idea, at least from my perspective, to split the streaming rights between 2 companies to only get 5 races. You know, you're going to make them pay Amazon and pay BR Live or HBO Max just for 5 cup races. I don't think it makes sense. I know people are going to bring up, I saw this when I posted this on Twitter. So many people were saying, so many people have Prime already. Yeah, but not everyone has got Amazon Prime, all right? So shut up. Not everyone's got Prime, okay? I'm just saying, if you are going to do this, have it be either all on Turner or all on Amazon Prime, one of the 2. But I don't think it's a good idea to split it between two companies for only airing 5 races. That's my only issue. Again, I hope with this media deal, it's 3 companies, Fox, NBC, and I would prefer it be Amazon Prime because it is the most popular one of the bunch. BR Live is still kind of a niche product compared to Amazon Prime, so obviously I would like for it to prefer to go to Prime. And finally, let's talk about the Toyota Camry XSE, the newest car that will be running in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2024, and it is causing some controversy. First off, let's talk about my thoughts on this car. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love the 2017 to 2023 car. It looked mean, it looked sharp, it looked aggressive. This car, if you compare that to the car on the road that's going to be unveiled in 2025, the hybrid Camry XSE, you'll notice a lot of the comparisons, not so much with the grille, but mainly with the way the nose is sculpted. Like I said, with the previous car, it was more sharp. A lot of edges look more mean and aggressive. The new car coming out next year looks more simplistic, more easy. It has more of a hammerhead style bumper. It's flat. It doesn't come at a point. Obviously, this is to improve the super speedway style of racing at Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta, since Toyota with the next gen car has been awful. They haven't been that good on the super speedways. So consider they haven't won a race in the next gen car. So obviously they want to improve on that. The change of the headlights, the more hybrid style of headlights, more of a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just more cut and slick, a lot more smaller than the previous headlights on the previous car. I don't know. To me, if it's more, I don't want to say more mid, but it's just more tame. Obviously, the hood grills are different. The placement's a lot different there, but it just looks more tame, more simplistic. Compare that to the dark horse of the Mustang. It looks mean, aggressive. It's got cuts, it's got edge, it's got layers on top of layers. This one is more smooth, more elegant. The part that really just irks me the most is the styling of those headlights. I'm not a fan of that. Now, who knows? It may not look the best, but maybe with the paint schemes coming out, who knows? Maybe it could look pretty good. It could look really good with the paint schemes compared to the standard Camry paint scheme. But when I look at these cars, the cars are coming out for 2025, or 24, I should say. If I'm Chevrolet, I'm sweating. Toyota, they come out with a new car. Ford has come out with the car that they, like I said, took more of an aggressive approach, more updated data with these two cars of Toyota and Ford. Chevrolet is still running their previous car that they ran since, 2018? Or I should say maybe 2019 or 2020, the Camry ZL1 1LE. It's going to be something to watch to see how Chevrolet reacts to this, because if you look at previous car introductions, Toyota, when they came out with their 2017 car, won the championship right off the bat. With Ford, when they came out with the Mustang, although they started out slow, by the end of it, obviously they won the championship. Same thing in 2023, they were able to find something to be able to end it off on a high note and win the championship. Chevrolet, 22 on it, on the money. 23, at the beginning of the year, the first half of the year, they were, again, on it. But by the end of the year, they were meh. They had good moments, but they weren't as dominant. Toyota and Ford definitely caught up. Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, to name a few, definitely picked up their speed by the end of the year. Now you're going into 2024, both Toyota and Ford with updated cars, updated technology and data. Chevrolet, although they have new data, is still based on a previous generation, or I should say a previous old design, and not an updated design like Toyota and Ford. How will that play out in 24 should be one to watch. Again, it could be a situation where, like what we saw in 2017, when Toyota out of the gate just launches their car into a whole new stratosphere and take over the season, or it could be a regression. It could be, it could be something that they fall on their face and it takes some time to adjust to it. Maybe Chevrolet, with the data, they can just make some tweaks to their car, update it, something like that. I don't know, but it's going to be very interesting to watch which manufacturer is able to get their setup right for their cars, for their fleet, to prepare for the 24 season. Toyota, they are going to get a test on their new car when they go to Phoenix for the Goodyear tire test to see how they can fix the short track package there. So they are going to get some time, some actual track time on it, but a very interesting design from Ford and Toyota. It's like they all went completely different directions. Ford went more aggressive with their car. Toyota went more simplistic with their car. But what are your thoughts? Which car do you like the most and which one are you not a fan of? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until next time, I'm Jett from MDK. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.